Hey, what's going on out there, world? It's Marv Anthony. I'm back with my first segment of my Thursdays Thinking. This is my segment where I go over conscious raising. I go over enlightening, and I try to give you different things that will raise your just your overall mindset. It's like food for thought. Things that you probably aren't aware of, and things that you probably have been aware of. So I want to go over two things with you today in my Thursdays Thinking. I want to go over misplaced confidence, and I also want to talk about the IDGAF Lifestyle. Yep, IDGAF Lifestyle. I wanted to start with a goodie, and this one is pertaining to confidence being a bad thing. It's interesting, right? Bad confidence. Don't sound right, but it's a reality.
As humans, we are all born into this world innocent. But as we get older, we deviate away from the person we were designed to be, and it often places us in places and circumstances that are undeserving of us. But as you get older and you go through trials and tribulations, your experiences force you back towards that person you were designed to be. This is called personal development. You realize that nothing else matters except your family, and putting smiles on the ones closest to you, in return putting a smile on your heart. And so when you take that understanding and pair it with the undeniably fulfilling gift of giving, you get one hell of a force to be reckoned with.
Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. You're probably thinking, Marv Anthony, how can confidence be a bad thing? Like, you can't have enough confidence, but your confidence can hinder you and be a bad thing. Not only can it be a bad thing, but it can be something that is so hard to overcome that you would be better off just not having any at all. Interesting, right? The only way that your confidence can hurt you is just like anything else in life, is when it's misplaced. When it's misplaced or taken out of context or focused or directed on the wrong thing, that's called misplaced confidence. It's almost the equivalent to a superhero with his superpowers. If a superhero uses his superpowers to do bad instead of good, there you have it. You see, a lot of people associate confidence with positivity. But confidence is just your belief, how you feel, how good you feel about something. Confidence is your faith in that it'll be done, how you feel about your ability to carry out a certain task. So that's your confidence. It's not the same as positivity. So you can be confident in the wrong thing. You can place your confidence in an area where confidence is not required. Actually, you should be unconfident in that area. So you see, when it's put like that, misplaced confidence is a bad thing. Have you ever seen a person who is extremely bold and in belief of what they're doing? Like, I don't care if they might be ready to fight someone. They might be disrespecting someone. They might be clowning somebody. They might be just, doing something that is morally wrong. But they're doing it with such confidence. It almost seems alluring. It almost seems like it's a good thing, right? No. That's a perfect example of misplaced confidence. Or a young lady who's barely 14, 15 years old, and she's sashaying around, and she has her tight jeans on and her long hair and nails, and she's being fresh and talking older than her age and engaging in activities that are older than her age, and she's doing it with such boldness and confidence. She's actually confident in the wrong area. Or a young man he's tough. He's in school and he's tough and he's a semi-bully type guy, and he picks on the other kids and he tries to fight them and he hits them, and he does it with such confidence. That is a perfect example of misplaced confidence. It's when your confidence is misplaced and it's in the wrong area. You're not supposed to be confident in those things. When it comes to disrespecting someone or harming someone, you should actually be unconfident. You know, I don't know if I could do this. Should actually be your approach, opposed to, I know I can disrespect this person. I know I can clown this. You know, I know I can get this guy who's 20 years older than me because I'm lit. I'm lit. No, that is misplaced confidence. And misplaced confidence is a very, 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 very dangerous aspect. It's a very dangerous thing. To be honest, you would almost be better off without having any confidence at all to start with. Let me elaborate. You see, when you don't have any confidence, you're neutral. You're right here in the middle. You're not confident, you're not unconfident, you just don't have any confidence. You see? But when you have misplaced confidence, now you are in debt. You know how you're in debt and you owe the bank money, or you're in debt and you owe your bills, you owe gas. Now you are in debt. Integrity, dignity, morally, and characteristically, you are in debt. You are behind. So therefore, when you have to overcome that thing that you have become confident in the wrong direction, you have to work twice as hard opposed to someone who has no confidence at all. Does it make sense? Let me elaborate. If you've become confident in doing the wrong things, and no one can tell you that that's wrong, you're confident in it. I'm confident what I'm doing is right. I believe in this, and it's wrong. You're going to have to work twice as hard, because now you have to overcome that phase of yourself just to make it back to neutral, and then propel yourself towards the positive right side of the field. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said you will have to work twice as hard as opposed to a person who didn't have any confidence to start with. Because if you don't have any confidence to start with, you're neutral. So once you become confident in something, if it's the right thing, you just have to take those steps towards having confidence in the right area. But if you're in debt, if you've spent 5, 10, 15, 20 years being confident on something that is quite ignorant, to be frank, something that is ignorant, something that is not supposed to be confident, something that you're not supposed to have confidence in. If you've been focusing on that for so long, now it's going to be harder to pry you out of those ways and those habits and that way of thinking. It's going to be harder to pry you out of that just to get you back to neutral in order to get you on path to be in the right direction and being confident in that. That's why it's easier just to stay in that direction. That is why people choose to live the IDGAF lifestyle. The IDGAF. I lived that lifestyle for quite a while. It's easy. It's the easiest way to live. You know, so once you've been confident in the IDGAF lifestyle, now my whole thing is to get you to GAF so I can get you back to neutral. And once you're back to neutral, we can start working on you and progressing you towards the right thing and being confident in the right thing. Being confident in complimenting people. Being confident in helping someone. Being confident in knowing that you are carrying yourself in the light of a good-hearted person. And then some of the things that you actually witness people being confident in, it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. Because it's like He got such swag and charisma, like he's really or she's really confident in that. You get what I'm saying? I met some guys, I met some dudes who were actually confident in being locked up. They was confident, yeah, you know I'm booked. I'm booked, I'm up top, it is what it is, you see what I'm saying? Like I'm booked, I stand on it. No. I'm ashamed of being booked. I mean, it is what it is. It's something that I had to go through in order to be the person I am, so it helped to build my character. But I'd be damned if I was confident in it. I'd be damned if it's something let's go, baby. Let's go. Processing time. Time, needles, visits, commissary, money on the books. You mean? Hey, no, I'm not confident in that. I'm unconfident in that. What I am confident in is what I'm doing now. Using my voice to help. You know, that's proper placed confidence. Or you ever seen a girl, like I said, or a young girl or a girl, everything's disrespect or fake, or she's gossiping, and such, and da-da-da, and she said that, and bite back, and backbite, and backbite, and backbite. But she's doing it with such confidence that it almost seems appropriate. But that's where you have to have your eye, your conscience raised, and be sharp enough to identify misplaced confidence. And once you learn to identify misplaced confidence, you'll be less likely to tread in that territory. You'll be less likely to take part in those same activities that person is confident in. You get what I'm saying? That's the main thing. You have to keep your eyes sharp. You have to stay on top of your game, you know, or you'll easily fall victim. You'll fall to the wayside and you'll fall victim. And the next thing you know, you're engaging in the ignorance. I'm not excluded. I've many times I've been sitting around. Ooh, next thing you know, I'm engaging in the ignorance. So be careful who you watch and who you look up to. I don't care if it's a musician, a family member. Just be careful who you look up to, because that person might seem, or they are extremely confident. But try to check yourself and see and be aware if they are confident in something that is worthy of being confident in. So it all comes down to not being confident in ignorance. You know, it comes down to not being confident in ignorance. You know, I'm an anti-ignorant speaker. That's the main part of my doctrine. That's why my slogan is to conquer the enemy within. So part of conquering the enemy within is to rid yourself of any poisons or toxins from the inside. And misplaced confidence is one of them. So that pretty much wraps up the first topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about as far as misplaced confidence. Now, the second thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the IDGAF Lifestyle. Now, the IDGAF Lifestyle, I mean, for those of you, I know you text a lot of times. So you know that the IDGAF Lifestyle stands for I don't give a, frankly, you know, about nothing. I don't care, you know. So I wanted to know, when people say that at the time, because it's kind of trendy. Like, a lot of people say it, and they say it as if it's a good thing. Like, what? I don't give a, you know what I mean? They say it at that time, at that very moment. And I really reflected on it now that I'm an adult, and now that I've changed my ways and I grew up, and I really reflected on when I was out there living my IDGAF lifestyle. And I don't know about you, but to me, it's easier. I've came to the realization that living the IDGAF lifestyle is easy. It's easy. It's easier because it's easy not to care. It's easy not to care. You know, it's harder to care and to do the right thing. It's harder. So, you know, with the IDGAF lifestyle, the only thing that comes with it is nothing. Nothing. You don't have any responsibilities. Are you responsible? IDGAF. You don't have any morals, any respect. Do you respect that person? IDGAF. IDGAF. You know what I'm saying? Morals. So then you don't have any morals. You don't have any responsibility. What about caring? Do you care? Are you going to try to protect your family? Do you care? IDGAF. You get what I'm saying? IDGAF. So, to me, it's almost like, now looking back at it, to me, it's almost like it's the coward's way out. To me. I don't know how you feel about it, but to me, it's like the coward's way out because it's easy. It's harder to care. It's harder to have responsibility. It's harder to get up at 5, 6 in the morning and go to work. That's hard. It's hard to keep up with your children and try to go see your kid and talk to them. And it's hard to care. Put your heart on the line. Put your trust in this person. Try this. Fight for this person. It's hard to care. It's easy to not GAF. It's easy. It's easy. So, and I just was thinking about it because, I hear a lot of people talk about that and they live like that. And to me, it's easier. It's like a cop-out. It's like a cop-out. And then it goes hand in hand because you might hear a person say IDGAF with confidence. He's confident about it. That is a prime example of misplaced confidence. How can you say something like that with confidence? How can you not care with confidence? I want you to think about it. I want you to really, really, really think about it. Like, is it easier to care or not to care? Is it easier to have responsibility or just don't take care of any responsibilities? Is it easier to trust someone or not trust someone? It all points to the nots. It all points to not caring, not being responsible, not having morals, not having any standards to go by. It's the pure status. That's the status quo of the IDGAF lifestyle. And you're hearing that from a person who lived the IDGAF lifestyle for quite some years. Because it was easier. It was easier. So if you out there living the IDGAF lifestyle, just know that you're not doing anything out of the ordinary and you're not doing anything hard. You're not doing anything tough. You're not doing anything challenging. You're not living a challenging lifestyle. What you're doing is taking it as it comes and just, you're like a rock. A rock is just thrown on the ground. A rock, I bet you he don't GAF. I bet you he don't GAF. It's a rock. It's laying on the ground. So that's basically the two things that I wanted to go over with you guys today. I'm not going to carry this one out too long. I'm going to keep it short and simple, short and sweet. I just wanted to go over two things that I want you to really think about. I want you to ask yourself, are you exhibiting misplaced confidence? Are you exhibiting that type of behavior? Are there any areas that you are extremely confident in that are not right, that are morally wrong, that are degrading, that are ignorant? Are there any areas that you are confident in where you are misplacing your confidence? Are you confident in anything that you shouldn't be confident in? Are you confident in the wrongdoings? There's no right way to do the wrong thing. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up another segment of personal development with Marv Anthony. Now what I want you to do is get in the comments and tell me two things. That's 4 things. Tell me 2 things. Tell me if you are, or if you've ever participated in misplaced confidence. And if you've ever lived in the IDGAF lifestyle. And have you ever looked at it in the way that I've looked at it? Did I shed some light? Did I pique your interest? Did I raise your conscience? Did I enlighten you on anything? With that being said, let's release some negative energy. Let's release some ignorance. Let's release some pain. Anything that you've been through this week, let's roar it out. Black lions roar. Ah! 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 I love my gift, and my gift is to give. I see you on Monday's Motivation. I love y'all. Keep up the great work. To you.